Hey, it's Todd with the Sporting Shop at the Preserve in Richmond, Rhode Island. Where you'll be fishing and in what conditions should really factor into which type of line you need to catch those big fish. Braid, fluorocarbon, and monofilament each have their strong and weak points and price differences. Braid doesn't stretch, so it's killer for pulling back on topwater plugs or for setting the hook on a big bass, but there's no give and take, and if you're trying to finesse a largemouth, it's not going to work. Braid can be used for a few years if it's kept clean and out of the sun. I change reels spooled with monofilament every year, but I'll leave the braid on the spool for a few years if it's clean, maybe turn it end for end at the end of a season, but that's about it. Braid, however, fails the rock test. Because it's a series of strands woven together, it tends to fray when going against anything rough or sharp. If you're fighting a decent-sized striper or a stubborn smallmouth near some rocks, especially if there's barnacles on the rocks, that braid may just let you down. Abrasion resistance has increased over the years, but braid is still not as tough as mono or fluorocarbon, especially near those rocky shorelines. No dollar savings or fancy color option will mean anything if you lose a nice fish because the braid parted. Now, mono and fluorocarbon are similar, but they're not equal. Monofilament is a single piece of line made from different mixes of polymers, then extruded under high pressure, while fluorocarbon is a chemical mix called PVDF, which is also extruded to form lines of different diameters and strength. Now, more light gets through the clear fluorocarbon, while monofilament can refract light and scare fish away under a hot sun. Fluorocarbon is a harder substance than mono, so you can beat it up a little bit more if you're fishing near those rocks or other structures like pilings. Plus, that strength means you get better and more solid hook sets. Fluorocarbon does not absorb water like mono does, so it sinks, where mono can suspend and be more flexible underwater, which is a benefit. Now, on a hot sunny day, that striper or redfish might see your monofilament leader, while a fluorocarbon one will be close to invisible. You'll also love the fluorocarbon when fishing sinking baits, plus it holds knots really well. Because it's more costly to produce, fluorocarbon costs more at the tackle shop. But mono is a savings, but fluorocarbon is typically saved for leaders, although some freshwater fishermen and women do use it on casting reels. Now, invisibility and strength are important with leaders since that's the closest connection to your bait. Overall strength, visibility, cost, whatever your priority is, there's a line for you to help you catch more fish and bigger fish. We carry them all here at the Sporting Shop at the Preserve in Richmond, Rhode Island. You can learn more about the different types of lines and all our gear at thesportingshop.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at The Sporting Shop. And if you'd like to check us out on the web, it's www.thesportingshop.com.